Hi, beautiful people. It is Londi once again. Thank you so much for joining me on this channel for Chosen Souls. And so I just want to let you guys know that I will often try to. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about ancestors or idlozi. I don't see that they're coming dirty, essentially. And they're coming as though they are demonic entities. And so they come and they upset your relationships, they upset the family dynamics. And that is why you'll find that a lot of families, people tend to not get along in families. There's a lot of strife, there's a lot of greed, there's a lot of jealousy. There are so many things that just feel so negative, and people seem to not be able to sit and stay with one another because there's so much war, it seems. And so I think this is one of the things that ends up happening of your ancestors are essentially no longer just your ancestors. When they have been turned against you, they have now been merged with other entities, with other demonic spirits, and it's no longer just them coming to you. And so this is one of the reasons why I have seen or believe that people don't want to believe so much in ancestors, is because they've been tainted, they've been warped into something that they are not. And that is why the concept of familial spirits comes from, is that it's not just your family member anymore, but they are traveling with so many other things, and they're coming to you, and they know the information of your grandparents, and they know information about you and how you are as an individual, and will try to trick you into certain things that are ungodly, that are unclean. And yeah, because they're coming with that energy. But my counter argument is that if ancestors are so bad, then why do some of them, again, I feel like it depends on the strength of your ancestors. Different ancestors have different strengths, guys. And this is something that, even if they are being called into these black waters, some of them know how to fight. They know how to fight in that spirit realm, and they still know how to come back to you and say, "Hey, you need to do this. You need to do this, and this is how you need to do that." And so how I will talk about this in a more personal experience is that ancestors will come and they will teach you certain things. I remember there was a time when my ancestors would come and they would say, "Hey, read the Bible. Hey, could you go read this particular chapter?" And guys, like, reading the Bible and knowing certain Bible verses and things, like, it's really, really difficult. And I'm not one of those people, but there was a time where I was unemployed, and there was a spirit that would come and visit and say, "I need you to read the Bible." And that was, oh gosh, when you consider certain things, it sort of makes you slightly emotional, actually, because it was my great grandmother's spirit. She would come and she would tell me how to cook certain things and how to do certain things. And she would guide me and she would say, pray. She would tell me to sing certain songs. How do I pray? What should I pray? What should I say, and how to say it? How to be a young lady, the ways in which that I need to behave. Again, guys, I know, of course, in terms of the Christian doctrine or the religious doctrine, there is the concept of necromancy is bad. I will be further breaking down in another video, honestly, because I think I don't want to make this video incredibly long. Of course, necromancy is not a good thing, because when you're specifically summoning spirits, that is not what we should be doing. But at the same time, our ancestors are not always going to be there, and they don't always have a particular message. And so essentially, how ancestors should be or come to you is when they specifically have a message. So it's like people who are able to speak to God or able to speak to angelic beings. It is not all the time that you're going to have constant communication, and that you don't have to summon them. They come to you when there's a particular message, or when there's something that they need to teach you, that they need to tell you, and when they want to tell you to do something, essentially. And so you're more than welcome, obviously, to have your own personal beliefs of things, but from my experience, this is what I've seen with regards to ancestors. And so one of the roles that the chosen soul can have in a family is to cleanse those people, who didn't come into full relationship and communion with God, and to believe that Jesus Christ was their Lord and Savior, who died for them and who died for their sins, and that they no longer need to sacrifice animals and do various rituals, because these rituals were bound in particular covenants. And so the beginning of the breaking of certain covenants and no longer partaking in certain rituals, that is what you then, as the chosen individual, would do. Because as much as the Bible in the New Testament said, we now move into the new things, and we forget about the old things, but you can't, as I said previously, just move on to new things. You've got to close the chapter when it comes to the spirit realm, because essentially spirits don't always know what's going on, what time is it, how long conceptually, because they're no longer in this realm with us. And so we have to be the ones to tell them that, okay, we're no longer partaking in certain rituals, and we're, this is going to be our new ritual, or this is going to be our new culture of following Christ, or whatever it is that you want to do with your life.
In the Old Testament, people were making animal sacrifices, but Satan has tried to defile the things of God, and so that's why it's important to exercise caution.
But as I'd said, it's very essential to try your best, that whatever it is that you are doing, to try to do it fully, or in the best way that you can. And I know that as individuals, of course, we are not perfect. We won't always be able to know how to pray and to read the Bible all the time and to fast and, just to live this perfect existence. We are not perfect individuals. And this channel is just to open your mind to different possibilities and different things. And I want you to believe in different things that you choose, because for me, I don't just believe in certain things, and I'm so grateful for my own personal experience, because I've been able to physically walk through things. I didn't have to have somebody tell me about God. I've had so many different encounters with so many beautiful beings in this current physical realm, and I'm so grateful for that. And so the understandings that I have are from actual experiences, and that I didn't have to have somebody tell me, oh, this is how this is, and whatever. And so I'm just sharing what I have seen, what I have experienced, what my family have also experienced, and those that I know, as well as the things that I have also learned from so many other people, because it's one of the reasons why I created this channel, is because I have learned so much from other people as well, from online, and I'm so grateful for that. And I also wanted to continue the teaching in my own way, to let people know of my own experience. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video.